Hey Sagittarius, it's Star with Eyes of the Stars Tarot. Thanks for joining me. This is your June mid-month reading. See what's going on in your love life. We have spiritual connection. This relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. So it sounds like whoever your partner is your soulmate. You have a karmic connection. Speak the language of love. Loving words have the power to change someone's life, including your own. Consider your foundation. You are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. Okay. We have the King of Cups with this spiritual connection. So definitely you're in love, or your partner, or you're just both in love with each other. And it's a really deep and beautiful connection. And we have your card, the Temperance. Interesting. I do feel there's definitely a strong connection and a lot of love here, but I do feel there's a sense of holding back, maybe verbally. Maybe you're not expressing yourself as much as you should, or something's been a bit off that needs to be sort of reconnected. Speak the language of love. We have the Page of Wands. So the page is about communication. So I do feel this is about communicating your passions, communicating your desires and your needs to your partner. The Five of Swords reverse. So yeah, it's about, putting your swords down, communicating more effectively, without being defensive, without feeling like you need to fight for something. Consider your foundation. We have the Strength card. Wow, and the Ace of Cups. Okay. So you're being asked to look at how committed you are to love. I mean, by the looks of it, that's pretty committed. The Strength card with the Ace of Cups, I feel, is like, it's so much passion and love together. So it looks like you guys have a really good thing going here. Maybe it needs a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of refining, but it looks amazing. So let's take a look at the Celtic cross. Let's try one more. No, they don't really want to shuffle. Okay. We will let them be. King of Pentacles. Some of you, Sagittarius, may be dealing with earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Or this could be you focusing a lot on your career, on your material wealth, and building prosperity. What's crossing you is the Eight of Swords. Okay, so there's thoughts. Thoughts about the past, thoughts about your insecurities, fears. That's your challenge, is getting over these thoughts that are getting in the way of this prosperity and this feeling of security. Yeah, in the foundation we have the Four of Cups reversed. So this is about letting go of emotions that don't serve you anymore. And I do get a lot of just a sense that it has a lot to do with insecurities. Okay, in the past we have the Four of Pentacles. What's crowning you is the Eight of Wands reverse and the Three of Swords. Okay. In the near future, we have the Nine of Swords. How you see yourselves, the Three of Pentacles. How your partner sees you is that Five of Swords, reverse, and the Eight of Pentacles. So definitely you guys are building towards this relationship. You do see the value in it, and your partner recognizes that and sees that you're putting a lot of effort. You put your swords down, so it's not that defensiveness anymore, is what I'm feeling here. But there is, what's crowning you here? I don't know if it's that you just don't want to talk about what truly, where your woundings are. What is truly hurting you, or what is truly causing you emotional pain or a feeling of just not being happy. Hopes or fears, the Eight of Cups. I just get the sense that there's definitely something that happened in the past that you guys have been working through, and you're well aware, I feel that you're well aware that these things have been holding you back. But it's like you don't want to talk about it anymore, maybe because it's gone on for so long, and you know that maybe this should have been something that you had gotten over already. So you are hoping to leave this behind. And it could have been relationship issues that you've gotten through and passed, but the emotional aspect is still affecting you. Okay, overall outcome, we have the Knight of Pentacles reverse. Okay. There is a lot of pentacles here, so Sagittarius could be dealing with earth signs again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, and the Four of Swords. So there's something that you guys have been thinking about a lot for quite a while that has been a burden to you. It definitely has been holding you back and making you feel not confident, not as passionate as you once were. But I feel that you are going to manage to leave these things behind and see the victories that come from that. Okay, so let's clarify. Eight of Pentacles reverse and the Sun reverse. I feel for some of you, you definitely are very focused on the material, your careers, getting ahead. You may have had some financial difficulties in the past, or you've been working through them. I feel like your past financial problems have caused you to not have that confidence to feel like the boss, to feel like you really have things under control. And, you know, there is some insecurity with regards to that. Others of you I feel you have put a lot of effort into your career, and maybe you've been feeling lonely and sad because perhaps, you know, maybe you neglected your relationship. Okay, Eight of Swords reverses what's crowning you. We have, wow, okay, the Judgment card and the Ace of Cups. So, you know, whatever these insecurities are, I know the challenge is to just get past them, but if you could just get past them and see the reality, you can have like this second chance. You can have this moment where you just realize that you have everything that you need and that you are truly happy. Okay, and that these insecurities and these worst case scenarios that keep going through your mind, they're not real. Okay, Four of Cups reverse in the Foundation. No, that, I don't feel like that one had to come out. It just, sorry, that didn't come out the way it should have. The Devil card with the Four of Cups reverse. So, yeah, you are letting go of some toxic energy. I don't feel like this is a person per se, but they're emotions. They're toxic emotions that you've been holding on to for God knows how long. This could have been since childhood. This could have been, you know, insecurities you've had since forever that you are now realizing are getting in the way of your happiness. Let me see the past here with the Four of Pentacles. Can't get this. Three of Pentacles reverse. Hangman reverse. I felt like something happened here in the past where you got to a certain point with this relationship and you felt really secure. But either you or your partner, or perhaps the both of you, forgot that you have to, even though the relationship is established and secure, you still have to work on it. It doesn't end. Relationships are always a work in progress. And if we don't put effort into them, it's just like anything else. They're going to fall by the wayside. And I feel like you realize that here in the past. So what's crowning you? Eight of Wands reverse and the Three of Swords. Wow. Knight of Wands. Ooh. The Empress. So again, I feel like there is definitely an awareness on your part that this heartbreak, it's always in the past. And because, you know, something happens in the past that caused you great heartbreak, trauma, feelings of being betrayed, insecurities. And these have not allowed you to move forward in life, to take action, to take risks, to take, you know, any kind of chance at love, at life. But again, I feel like you're very much aware of that. And you know that even though maybe there hasn't been much movement lately, I do feel like you have the intent to start taking action towards nurturing and building, continuing to build this relationship, because you do see this value. If this is your partner, you know, which the Empress could be a wife, but it doesn't have to be a female. It's just the energy of someone who nurtures and creates. I feel like you guys are definitely gravitating toward that, and toward that energy, toward that nurturance, toward that creation. Because this state has been here. I mean, that's been long enough. This heartbreak that has held you back for this long, it's time to let it go. So in the near future, we have the Nine of Swords here, which is not the greatest card. It's about worry and anxiety, despair. No, 2 cards flipped. Okay, so both of these cards are about endings and new beginnings, actually. With the World card, it's in reverse, and we have the Ten of Wands, which is in reverse. Yeah, let me take one more card. Seven of Swords reverse. Again, honestly, I'm not getting the sense that this is something that's actually being done. I feel like you guys here, either this is going to maybe come to a head in the near future. As far as like, you're going to have to face why this constant state of worry, of thinking that somebody's going to cheat on you or lie to you, or it's just a lot of mental energy going into something that hasn't materialized. It just doesn't seem like it's happened. This is in your mind. It's like, again, going back to thinking about all those worst case scenarios. None of them have actually occurred, but there's always that possibility. And that's always going to be. That's never going to change. You know, that's just how it is. But with the Ten of Swords here, I do feel that you're going to overcome that. So you have the Nine of Swords, and then you have the Nine of Swords, and then with the Ten of Wands in the reverse, it's like these were your burdens. These were your burdens, worrying about the deceit that can be. And somehow you're going to manage to get through this. And once you do, it's going to put you on the path to something new, to a new stage in your relationship. I feel like this is, these could be life lessons, but it's like you're graduating from it. You're overcoming certain insecurities that have been holding you back for quite a while. So this is potentially, right? You have the potential to overcome and start this new cycle. If you let this go, you have to let it go. Let me see this Three of Pentacles. King of Cups reverse, okay. Oh. Okay. And the Lovers. Again, I really feel you guys, and this is awareness. This is because this is how you're seeing yourself. Yeah, you're putting effort, you're building toward this relationship, but I feel like you've been going through the motions, kind of. The emotion hasn't been there. You're not truly in the moment because you're preoccupied with other things. with your job, with your insecurities, with your financial losses, with feeling inadequate, not good enough. These are all things that you need to just let go of. Um, Allow your partner to show you how valuable you are. In reality, you guys have to know that from the beginning before you're even with a partner. But I just don't sense that there's real issues here as far as like relationship wise. I feel like this reading is more about acknowledging your awareness to the insecurities that have been holding you back and to the past events that have been holding you back, because I do feel like there is definitely an awareness on your part that, yeah, physically maybe you've been putting the effort, but I think emotionally you've been a bit unavailable. Okay, so how your partner sees you, they do see that you're making the effort and that you have put your swords down, which leads me to believe that there have been swords in the past. So there maybe has been a lot of friction between you and your partner, a lot of arguing, power plays, you know, who's gonna, but this is something that the both of you, I feel, have been working on fixing. The Ace of Pentacles reverse. And the Knight of Swords reverse. Again, I get this element of financial issues causing maybe aggressiveness, irritability, a breakdown in communication. Eight of Cups is your hopes or fears. Strength. So I do feel this is a hope. You're hoping that you gain the strength to be able to just put all this behind you and not have it interfere in your life. Overall outcome is the Knight of Pentacles reverse, the Hierophant reverse, the Six of Cups, two cards, the Four of Swords and the Ace of Swords. So I feel what this is saying, okay, for those of you who are not married, and this is just a you know, a relationship which has been committed, but you're not married. I feel like what this is saying here is that you're going to sort of take a time out. There won't be any action in the near future. There won't be any further commitment, because I feel there's a need not to take a break from your partner, but just to take a break from the pressures of society, expectations from family, from your religious upbringing, what you think is supposed to happen, how you think you're supposed to live. I think that there's a need to kind of take a step back from that and reevaluate what all that means to you. And how that fits in with how you really want to live your life, because you might find out that it's not, they don't run parallel to each other. What society expects from you or your family, or like I said, your upbringing, whatever it is, it's not really resonating with you. So there's a need to take a step back from that and kind of, with your partner, find the connection. Reconnect. There needs to be like a rekindling here, because I feel like there's a lot of issues here that have gotten in the way of this relationship. And it's not that the relationship is bad. It's not that there's like truly you know, anything terrible going on. It's just I feel like the world around you and just the day-to-day have gotten in the way. So there's kind of a need to get that connection back. Maybe you guys need to take a vacation, whatever it is, or just give things a rest for a while until you gain that clarity, until you are able to have that true, sincere, and honest communication. There has to be a halt. Yeah. And for those of you with earth signs, especially Taurus, this might actually be your partner putting the brakes and saying, okay, we're going to take some time to not talk about the issues, not talk about the checking account, not talk about the bills, not talk about whether or not we're going to get married or move in together. We're just going to concentrate on us. And sometimes it just works out better when you go back to basics. Maybe things got a little too big to handle, and it's just time to let it sit for a bit. Okay, so that's what I have for your love reading. Let's move on to your career and finance. I hope that made sense. It was a little bit confusing, so you guys will let me know in the comments, I'm sure. All right, let's take a look and see. Seven of Swords. Ace of Wands. Ace of Cups reverse. Ten of Wands. Four of Swords reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups reverse. Four of Wands reverse is clarifying the Seven of Swords. Okay, and the Emperor reverse. Wherever you guys are working, I feel this is, the Emperor is a boss. And with the Four of Wands reverse, this could be a workplace, the establishment, the institution, the company, whatever it is. They're both in the reverse. And with the Seven of Swords, I just kind of feel like you guys are in an environment, in a career or a job where you feel like you're just being taken advantage of, basically. Like you're putting in effort and they're getting as much as they can out of you, but there's no real future here. There is no real benefit to you. It's mostly to this boss, whoever it is, who is just, could be a micromanager. He's only interested in the bottom line himself and doesn't really care about you, that's for sure. So perhaps because of this, you guys have been looking for a new beginning here, because we have two aces. Yep, Six of Swords. Six of Wands reverse. So definitely, the environment is not ideal where you are right now. You don't feel like there's success there for you, and you just want to get away. So I feel like right now this is in thoughts, in the planning stage, that you already have a plan of exit. You have something that you want to start up. Maybe you want to start a new business on your own, or you have another job in mind that you want to gravitate towards. Let's see the Ace of Cups reverse. Why is this reverse here for Sagittarius? Six of Pentacles reverse. And the Fool. Yeah, definitely I feel you guys are still wherever, this negative environment is, making plans to get out, but still being disappointed at the fact that it's almost like you guys can't even believe it. Or maybe you're going to find out that it's worse than you actually thought, that they should have been paying you more than you thought that they should have been paying you, or that they've been giving somebody else a bonus and not you. Something about things not being equal, even, fair. And I think that's what's going to give you that motivation to go out on your own, is that disappointment. Ten of Wands with the Ace of Wands. Endings. I have 10 of Wands here. I'm freaking tired. I'm being overworked and ready for something new. Yeah. Ready to move on and have that victory on my own. I feel for a lot of you, this is something that you want to do on your own. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords reverse. Knight of Pentacles reverse. Hangman reverse. Interesting. I feel you guys definitely are making plans and see that you're going to be leaving this situation. But I think you're going to realize that there's more to it than just what you've been thinking about so far. There's something that you're going to find out, that you're going to realize after you examine it a bit longer, after you see it from different perspectives, and meditate on it. The Four of Swords and the Hangman are very similar cards. They're about not taking action, being in deep thought. But these are both reverse. So it's like a realization that it's maybe not time yet, you're not ready, or a realization that there's some kind of obstacle in your way. So there may be some blockages, is what I'm saying, or some obstacles that you're going to need to overcome in order to make this happen. Let me get one more card for this one. Four of Swords. One more card for the Four of Swords. Page of Swords reverse. So for some of you, I feel that the obstacle is going to be in the fact that somebody's already kind of spying on you, watching you. Maybe they suspect that you have this going on, and they're going to put some obstacles in your way so that you can't move on. For others of you, the blockage or the challenge is going to be that it's not time to let people know yet. You realize that, yes, I'm doing this, but I have to keep it a secret for now until it's really time to take action. Because I just don't get the sense that the time is here yet. I get the sense that this is the planning stages. And you don't want to rush that. Even though you're tired of this, I can see that, you know, you feel overworked and like you're not getting anything back. And you want to feel that sense of accomplishment and of happiness when you finally get out of there and you're doing what you really want to do. But I think there's a lot more to it than you're realizing, and there needs to be more involved so that you can really be successful. It'll be to your benefit in the end. But, you know, just take it a little slower and put more thought into it, and I think things will turn out better for you guys. Okay, so good luck with that. It looks really exciting. And I hope this helped you guys, give you some clarity somehow. So I'll see you guys soon. I'll see you in July. Bye, Saggies.